Stay with me. Hey, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to Plymouth United Church in person and online. Bill said this last time, and they're all saying it. As you can see, I am not Pastor Felix. He is taking a much-deserved vacation and will be back next week to lead our worship service. I think everyone, we've heard from him, so we know he's doing alive and well and making his way back to the U.S. We are a congregation of 4 voices that define and shape who we are. Our voices are social justice, LGBTQIA+ inclusion, contemplative spirituality, and progressive theology. We are also an open and affirming congregation in the United Church of Christ, affirming and embracing the LGBTQIA+ community, and a wise, welcoming, inclusive, supportive, and engaging congregation, serving those with mental health challenges. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Mental Health Awareness Month began in the United States in 1949 and was started by Mental Health America. This month is observed with media, local events, and film screenings about issues that are relevant to mental health. This year, Plymouth is focusing on dynamic wholeness. The mental health team, super team, I believe, at Plymouth has worked together to focus each Sunday in May on this theme. I hope on your way into church as you leave today, you will pick up and wear a green ribbon. As many of you know, green is to be used to identify and stigmatize people with mental health difficulties, but in 1949 that changed. These may be worn for the entire month as we celebrate Mental Health Month. I'm gonna throw something in. I was just traveling back from the Dominican, and on through the different things, they had a picture of a wheelchair, so I understood handicap and whatnot, and a cane, and there was a sunflower. And I thought this was really interesting. The sunflower represents people who with hidden disabilities. And so you can actually use the sunflower lane, and there's lanyards that you can subscribe to. So if you see a picture, it's a green background with a yellow sunflower on it, it's for people with hidden disabilities that need help getting through the airport, of which loud noises or other things might have problems. I thought it was fantastic. Not all airports have adopted this, but in Mental Health Month, another thing, if you see the sunflower and you see people like visibly looking okay and they're kind of cutting to the front of the line, it's actually because of their own personal needs. And I thought that was a great thing that I've been seeing, and it's rolling out internationally and hopefully making its way to most of our airports in the US. All right, the mental health team is recommending that the dynamic wholeness theme become our 5th voice here at Plymouth. The church council has voted to bring this recommendation to us, the congregation, for acceptance through a congregational vote. We will take the month of May to discuss and learn more about this 5th voice, and which will then be voting on the 5th voice on June 7th. So look forward to seeing you each and every Sunday, but also staying for the vote on June 7th. Like every Sunday, we like to talk about who we are and welcome everybody here. So if you don't mind, please stand up and let us proclaim, like we do each and every Sunday morning. No matter who you are or where you are on life's journey, you are welcome here. Awesome. I feel like I need to throw in a Judy howdy. Judy? Nice, I like it. All right. If you would like to follow along for the worship service, you can find the bulletin in the Plymouth app or on the church's website. There are rhythm instruments and finger labyrinths in the back corner of the room. You can get them at any time during the service. Let us continue our service by centering ourselves.
Today's centering moment is brought to you by Amy. Everybody take a nice deep breath in. Out. In. Out. You may close your eyes. Continue breathing in and out. Feel your feet on the floor. Listen to the sounds in the room. Another deep breath in and out. Now open your eyes and let us all continue as we celebrate Mental Health Month.
Body or spirit, and let's sing our praise and worship song. God will see us through. The words can be found in the bulletin located in the app, on our website, or you can find them on the screen. You may be seated. Welcome to all our visitors, both in person and online. We appreciate your presence here with us. If you're interested in learning more about Plymouth, please contact Bill Hoffman or Pastor Felix upon his return, of course, or visit our website at plymoutunited.org. We invite you to check out Thursday's Thoughts, our email newsletter, to stay up to date on news, programs, and events happening at Plymouth. Be sure to click on View Entire Message at the bottom of the email to see everything. While Pastor Felix is on vacation, Bill Hoffman and Amy Friday will try to keep Plymouth from burning down. If you need anything, please contact them. Let us continue to pray that Pastor Felix has an enjoyable and restful time, and then he comes back with us soon. The Wednesday night book study is suspended until Pastor Felix returns from vacation, but upon his return, they will continue with the current book, Separation of Church and Hate, by John Fugelsang. There will be a congregational meeting on June 7th, directly after the worship service. The purpose is to vote on adding Dynamic Wholeness as Plymouth's fifth voice. Contact Bill Hoffman if you have any questions. Whew. July 8th is the official closing date for the sale of Plymouth United Church, the front portion as it is, and it will be here before you know it. Please talk with Bill Hoffman right after the service for more details if desired. The Inventory Reduction and Prioritization Committee, IRPC, needs your help. They have started downsizing and packing up the church. In an effort to significantly downsize, they are inviting congregants, both past and present, to take a piece of Plymouth. Ooh. Congregants can come by during office hours and on Sunday mornings to choose items that they wish to keep. Items will be located in the fellowship area, so check back regularly. All that is asked in return is a monetary donation. If you know specific items you would be interested in, I'm sorry, but this is big for me. Please contact Sylvia Ortiz, and those items will be set aside for you. All items must be picked up by June 21st. Okay, I got it.
You got it? Are you sure?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The IRPC is also asking for boxes, and more boxes. You can drop off broken down boxes during office hours or bring them with you to church. They should be placed in Classroom 1, which is just across the hallway from the office. Again, contact Sylvia Ortiz if you need more details. Ants have been discovered all around the building. In an effort to combat this problem, please put all food-related trash in the kitchen trash. This includes candy wrappers, used plates and utensils, and all food packaging. Let's leave Plymouth a bit better than it was found. Now we would like to recognize anyone celebrating a birthday or an anniversary. You can make a donation to our Little White Church for any amount. You can also donate in our app under Giving and select the Birthdays and Anniversaries Fund. Do we have any birthdays or anniversaries?
Since I will not be here next Sunday, and next Sunday is my birthday, I will be turning 34.
That was CJ.
So I wasn't here last week, and last week was Melissa and I's 8th month anniversary. And I won't be here next Sunday, and that is Shelby and Mac and I's 9th anniversary together. One more very important anniversary. This day in 1981, Plymouth United Church became a part of the Houston Association of the United Church of Christ. That was 45 years ago.
Please join me in our responsive call to worship. Somehow, despite all the pitfalls along the way, all the trials and tribulations in each of our lives, God has kept watch over us. We are here because we seek to embrace, cherish, and speak the truth of our lives. Please stand in body or spirit and let's sing together. We yearn, O Christ, for wholeness. Number 179 in the New Century Hymnal, which you can find in a seat near you. The words can also be found in the bulletin or on the screen. Please remain standing and join me in the gathering prayer. Holy One, be with us in this sacred space. Stir your spirit in and among us as we gather ourselves to you. We long to hear more than our own faithful groaning. From the places deep within us, may your Spirit intercede for us. Let us see you through all brokenness. We may find wholeness, being your holy body here and now. Creating us a tenderness to the needs of all, an openness to everyone's gifts, and a commitment to the journey of healing and wholeness. We offer this prayer in the name of truth. Amen. You may be seated.
Our biblical witness for today is 2 Corinthians 12, 8 through 10. 3 times I appealed to God about this, that it would leave me. But God said to me, "My grace is sufficient for you, for power is made perfect in weakness. So I will boast all the more gladly of my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ may dwell in me. Therefore I am content with weakness, insults, hardships, persecutions, and calamities for the sake of Christ. For whenever I am weak, then I am strong."
The contemporary witness today is an excerpt from Daring Greatly, Chapter 2 by Bren Brown. Vulnerability isn't good or bad. It's not what we call a dark emotion, nor is it always a light, positive experience. Vulnerability is the core of all emotions and feelings. To feel is to be vulnerable. To believe vulnerability is weakness is to believe that feeling is weakness. To foreclose on our emotional life out of a fear that the cost will be too high is to walk away from the very thing that gives purpose and meaning to living.
Hey, everybody. I'm going to call up on Amy so she can give me a hug if I lose it. Not yet, Amy, I'm good, but be prepared, right? It was great that you gave Jan the hug. I may need it. For those of you who don't know, I'm Kathy Normand, and yes, I forgot to introduce myself while I was filling in for Pastor Felix and reading the script. I will be reading from my laptop. Why? Because, of course, like a good perfectionist, which I'll talk about, I was trying to fix things last minute in the reflection that I was giving. I also was focused on how long do I get? How long do I need to keep these people in their seat? When I practiced, one was like 9 minutes, and then one was like 18 minutes. Like, oh, maybe I'll find the happy medium. So bear with me. I'm going to set this out. I do speak internationally on data, all right, and legislative policy around data standards. So when I talk data, this is comfortable. Like, I don't mind being at the mic. I don't mind speaking. Whole different story here. So when Scott asked me how I felt today, if I was prepared, I'll keep it PG, so I won't use the S word, but I was like, oh, fill it in. I think I got this, so I'm going to look to you guys to help me get through this, and hopefully you guys find the message that I'm trying to get through. All right, here we go. So let me set the stage as to why I'm sharing today during, as we've heard, Mental Health Awareness Month, and as the church explores adding its 5th voice, dynamic wholeness. 2 years ago, come November, I purposely overdosed on pain meds, and the intent was to die. I was in my office, at my desk, 10 a.m. I wasn't supposed to be there. I was supposed to be at the Nutcracker Market. It's a famous market here in Houston, but lots of fun. I was supposed to be there with my friends, leaving work far behind us. But you see, one friend bowed out a few days before, and another texted late night right before apologetic. Devoid of shopping and drinking accomplices, I surrendered, and I just went to work. I was angry with them, angry with work, angry at my personal situation, and I was just done. I had actually been done weeks before, but I needed that catalyst. And then missed market was the catalyst. So I took actions. Now, that was a very abrupt recap of maybe why I was asked to share today. But today isn't to delve into my attempted suicide. For each person, it's personal and it's complicated. Sorry, CJ, I won't touch it. And it's a story, actually a journey, that each person should tell themselves. And I really only have you for about 15 minutes. Gosh, my story and journey to get here was a long one. Thank you. So I'm not going to do that. My reflection is about the outcome from my attempted suicide. An awareness I wanted to share so that each of us can be here today and tomorrow for ourselves and for others. Now, I said I speak a lot for work, so we always call it the BLUF, bottom line up front. So let me tell you what it is. The bottom line up front, the takeaway for each of us today is that it is okay to be seen as ourselves, and it is okay to be vulnerable. So let's define vulnerability, not in the dictionary sense, but as a state in which uncertainty, risk, and emotional exposure are not optional. My why today is that we accept vulnerability, that we embrace ourselves to be seen as we are, and we each commit to one habit that lets us dare greatly each day. For today's reflection, I'm going to share 3 habits, not for you to adopt, but simply for me to share how I am still here today and how I focus on being here tomorrow, and with the intent that it inspires you to find or uncover a habit or reaffirm with a habit you already have that is keeping you here today and tomorrow. So let me get into my habits. They're in no particular order. Habit 1, talking to God. So let's be real. Those who know me probably would call BS, because by no means do I fit the religious type, nor do I recall really any biblical scriptures. I'm always in awe when people do, and I'm always impressed with how they are embracing it all. Pretty sure that my go-to stories are, 1, the whole Jesus birth thing, right? Shout out to Christmas. Of course, I got that story down. And for some reason, Jonah and the whale story from Sunday school sticks with me to this day. Not sure why, but it does. I can quote the psalm that I memorized for a church activity in 5th grade, though I walk through the valley of the shadows of death. But for those of you who might be in my era, it was a great 1995 hit by Coolio called Gangster's Paradise. So I might know it from there instead. In fact, I'm not sure where I am in the journey with God, which did make me skeptical if I was worthy of providing a reflection today. As a scientist working in oil and gas, someone who might be called a feminist, or working alongside great people who have their own God or gods, I have questions about God and the Bible and religion in general. But since the attempted suicide, I decided to begin the habit of now talking to God. Well, I talked to Faith. Yes, I named her Faith. More fitting for where I am in my journey. And I reflect on what I hear weekly at Plymouth. I take in the words from Pastor Felix, those that are shared in the prayers and concerns, trying to recall all the wisdom that Bill sent us over last week's service. And I feed them in, and I try and process them and have a conversation with God. Many of my conversations happen in the shower, the car, or a work elevator. My favorite place is when I'm hiking, but I'm not going to psychoanalyze why it's those places. I just want to make sure that you know that I do spend time talking to God. Our talks are usually the F-bomb, I won't say that here either, I'm keeping it PG, followed by, why is this so? But it's that first engagement, getting through saying that gets me into that conversation and talking with Faith And that's when faith, and I'll call it out, with a big supporting acting role by Google, I find strength in scriptures. Our biblical witness today was 2 Corinthians 12, 8 through 10. Relevance to our vulnerability topic today. In a state of uncertainty, weakness is not only acceptable, but it is necessary for God to be the strength. In talking to faith, I gain perspective. I am reminded life's not optional, and that the biblical stories provide evidence for surviving today and tomorrow. They're plentiful. It's a guidebook, it's a resource, and for me, I don't take each one so literally, but I use it as that compass, a reminder, and a commitment to faith. The ask today is that we accept vulnerability, embrace ourselves to be seen as we are, and by talking to God, I find that strength and reflecting on my vulnerable state. Strength through God is one of my first habits that I'm sharing. And as we move to the next habit, I was amused as I was putting this together by how another Sunday school memory hit me. I hadn't thought about it in a long time. And it was singing the song about Jesus loves me and the words, because the Bible tells me so. Right there all this time. The reflections and the stories and the learnings of just how to make it through each day was right there, always in front of me. Habit number 2, naming the ones. These are the people in my life that have me, no matter what. Some might dub this as the Thelma and Louise, or perhaps my bestie forever. No matter the labels given, these individuals, my ones, are more than friends. They are literally my lifelines. They are willing to pause their lives so that I don't permanently pause mine. It's an unfiltered, unscripted relationship that, like vulnerability, is not optional. So let's talk about why. I grew up in the military, moved every 2 to 3 years. I developed many friendships. Some managed to last longer than others, kept alive by snail mail and courted phone calls. So regardless, what I learned of these relationships I maintain is I learned how to get along, fit in, and make friends. But there was a catch. And the catch was called perfectionism. Perfectionism in these friendships. Not in the form of self-improvement. Perfectionism at its core is about trying to earn approval. And when you are new on the scene, every few years, yes, you want approval. You want to get good at people-pleasing. You want to be good at sports. You want to find a way to fit in the fastest way. The need to make friends and fit in carried over into my adulting years. Yes, I'm still adulting, so bear with me. Early career, I worked for a few companies, changing every couple times. I have 2 girls, and they too have had changes early in life as I got divorced, different preschools, school rezoning, etc., right? And needless to say, the need for making friends didn't go away, and neither did my absolute obsession to fit in via perfectionism. Yes, it was becoming an addiction. I settled into a company, now 25 years, who had performance-based rankings, financially rewarding only the best, the perfect. My girls had become top-tier athletes, requiring national travel, vying for top-notch college recruiting visits, again, rewarded for being perfect. All dimensions of my life, perfectionism. And sure, I had made friends. All of them I nurtured as friendships based on perception rather than internal motivation. My addiction to perfectionism actually created some shame and self-blame. The contemporary witness we shared today, the author, Brené Brown, reminds us that the vulnerability is a strength, but avoided by most because it's scary to feel and to be seen as we are. So I was quite happy to keep up that. So perfectionism was my mechanism to avoid being vulnerable. But something happened during my attempted suicide. My boss found me at my desk. I'll be honest, I don't remember much. I sort of remember an ambulance ride and nothing much after that. But I do remember him telling me that he called Becky. Becky is a coworker, someone I had worked on and off with for over a decade. Not a best friend. She wasn't in my phone. I mean, let's be honest, I didn't have her digits, right? She wasn't even one of my perfected friendships, just a coworker. Why my boss reached out to her, I've never gone back and asked, and I don't care. I'm grateful because she became one of my ones. She is a lifeline. If I text her, she will come running. No questions asked. She saw me unfiltered. She encourages me to feel, to be vulnerable, and she commits for me to be here, no matter what state I was feeling. I have another one. We've known each other for 50 years, but we only see each other once a year at best. There was years where we didn't even talk to each other, and it doesn't matter, same thing. If I need something, drop everything and be there, a lifeline, some connection. Another individual, we were foes, opponents literally on the field for almost 12 years. We even probably gotten a couple tussles on the soccer pitch. And today, she's one of my lifelines. She's one of my ones. Again, the ones that helped me, let me be seen, didn't come in the form of family. It's actually harder to be seen by family than it is by others. So one of my habits here is to have the ones that I can be truly authentic and that they hold me accountable. Habit 3. This one might be audience participation. I'll see how this goes. My habit 3 is a curated playlist. True Colors by Cyndi Lauper. Keep Your Head Up, Andy Grammer. Dear Me, Kesha. Sing by the Carpenters. Those are only a few of my curated playlists. Once again, let's remind ourselves that strength comes from being vulnerable. As we earlier defined vulnerability as uncertainty, risk, emotional exposure that is non-negotiable. And that is where music comes in, but not just any music. Music of my choosing, where lyrics resonate with me, where melodies transform my mood, and where the song itself elicits memories that now serve as a guide, a pathway through whatever is going on, and signals strength and perseverance. I think about how many mixtapes I made back in the day, some dedicated to a boyfriend, some because the music was just epic and rad. Each tape had a purpose tied to feelings and the essence of being vulnerable. Who hasn't turned up the radio when one song came on that you just couldn't resist to sing out loud to? It might even be one that elicited joy, just shouting it out, windows down, or one that brought tears to your eyes. Regardless, you felt it, you start singing, and no thinking was involved. You were just doing, just living. The song resets you. It lightens you. So I'll pause here. Anybody ever have that moment where they just turn up the radio and sing? In the car? Maybe at home? Awesome. Anybody want to share what their song is? I do a Celine Dion song.
I have a couple. So I have one.
Sorry, I'm ruining Amy's day on the video. Hey, Mike.
Hey, so it's CJ. I have two. One is Miro by Stray Kids, which is probably not something you guys know, but it's a song I usually go to. It's my go-to when I have to have like surgeries or if I'm going in for medical stuff, just because it's a song about hope, and then the main chorus is like, I'm okay, just really loud. And the other one is when I have a really, really, really bad day at work. It's by Real Big Fish, and it's called Another FU Song, and that's literally what it's called, and it drops the F-bomb a million times, but it makes me feel better after being at a bad day at work.
Awesome. Anybody else want to share their song?
Let's go back to the summer of 1989. Keep On Moving by Soul to Soul, because it reminds me to keep on moving, whether you have friends or not, whether it's rain or shine. My job is to keep on moving.
Anybody else want to share? We got my birthday soulmate up here.
I love What's Up by Nine Non Blondes. It's
Love
my
it.
favorite. You know that one? I said, hey, yeah, yeah,
Hey.
yeah.
It's awesome. Great.
Lori says her song is Wild Thing.
I love it. All right. Awesome.
I'll go for I Will Not Be Broken by Bonnie Raitt.
Nice. Awesome.
I have two. Pink's song, Effing Perfect, and the song We Are Enough, which I heard the first time when we used it for special music here.
Awesome. Thanks for joining me as part of this reflection. So, science has proven that music bypasses the language centers of the brain, offering a safe way to process and externalize difficult emotions. There are times where I look at my non-optional life, and I could choose a couch-based fetal position for days. Don't think that I haven't thought about just curling up in a fetal position and not moving, of which my ones will not tolerate. Or I can lean into the music and let science take over, and I can belt out I'm Still Standing by Elton John. Or I can gently rock as I sing Bob Marley's Three Little Birds. Engaging with music anchors me in the present. It serves as that distraction that lets me feel, that lets me be weak, that lets me be vulnerable, and allows me to find a way back to being seen as myself. So yes, 2 years ago, I sat at my desk, done. Today, by the risk of being vulnerable, I am standing here as we welcome a fifth voice into our congregation and in our Plymouth family. The dynamic wholeness does not mean we walk through life unbroken. We do not feel. It actually means we feel all. It means that we trust God with our broken pieces and our not so broken pieces, and allow ourselves to be truly seen by one another without that shame, without the masks. A playlist, my ones, and talking to God are my habits that I lean into so that I can be here, present today, and still around for tomorrow. As we head into fellowship following service, or as you head into your day, what is your habit that is going to let you feel and let you be vulnerable? So in that moment of weakness, you have that strength. I want you to fiercely guard the life you have been given and lean into the habits that will sustain you. Let us commit to daring greatly in our faith, extending grace to ourselves, and walking together in vulnerability. May we all be here fully present and fully alive today and tomorrow, and for each other.
a part of your story, and you're a part of mine. Together we will hold, together we will rise. We're more connected than we'll ever realize. We will rise. There is heart enough for us to help each other. There is strength enough to build up and be kind. We can give, we can care. In this world we all share. I'm a part of your story, and you're a part of mine. I'm a part of your story, and you're a part of mine.
Beautiful. So when Pastor Felix is away, of course there's chaos, and when I'm up here, of course I'm going to change it up. We did prayers and concerns, joys and concerns last week, but we're going to do it again. I just wanted to say, I'm going to start it off. My joy was being able to share today and get through that. I appreciate the support. One of the things I did mention, the contemporary witness is Brene Brown. She's from Houston. She's making her way. Actually, she's been around for quite some time, but she's getting some visibility. I got these books where I have done a lot of studying and stuff like that. The books are out in the narthex area on just the table underneath the wall hangings. Please feel free to take them. They're yours. They're just gifts. I feel like if anybody likes to read or just lightly thumb through and just look for something, they're there. There's a couple other people that I found very helpful after my attempted suicide. One is a poet I think is really awesome, and then another one just about finding happy. So please, they're just gifts. Please take them. I know we're trying to liquidate things, so Amy's probably saying, like, why did you bring stuff in? So please take them so I don't get yelled at. But that's my joy, is letting me share today. But we'll go around and we have a mic. Any joys or concerns?
The story of my life is tenant problems. So I won't go into details, but just to ask for your prayers that everything gets resolved peacefully for all parties involved. Thank you.
This is our prayer. Thank you. I need practice, Sandy. I need practice.
I'm John. Mary is hiking in Spain on the Camino. She's going to be gone for another 4.5 weeks, and I'm barely getting by, but I'm happy for her.
This is our joy. And our prayer as well.
Hey, it's CJ. I have a joy, and that is that when I get to go on vacation next week, woo! But I'm happy to be here with you all this week. And coming up on, I know I get it, I'm young, 34 isn't that huge of a deal, but being vulnerable as somebody who was surprised they made it past the age of 18, 34 is a big deal. So there's that. So that is my joy. But also in the interest of Mental Health Month and the fact that I won't be here next week. But I wanted to offer a second to the people who do need that time to kind of mourn for Plymouth, as this is a big deal for everyone. And there's a lot of people who have been here for a very long time, and I think it's fair to acknowledge that and maybe give us all a second to kind of sit with that and allow us to sit with our memories and maybe feel that. So
This is our joy for your birthday, and this is our prayer for Plymouth.
Yes, an update on Paula. She had her hip replacement surgery last Monday and was able to get out of the hospital on Friday. Of course, she's still sore and undergoing pain, but I asked for prayer for her continued healing and her return to Plymouth.
This is our prayer.
I have a joy. We were up here yesterday with Marshall and I can't remember the name of the conductor. Joey. So much fun. We recorded 6 songs that you'll be hearing this summer because many of us are not here in the summer on vacation, so you'll be seeing those. But it was just such a joy to work with this individual and with Marshall to get these pieces out, and with part of the Pride Choir with us as well. And it was so much fun. It just was a joy.
This is our joy.
I have a concern. One of my students who is a new mother, who gave birth right at finals in December, Adriana, she is not going to be able to return to classes and not going to be able to take her final. The baby is fine, but she is hospitalized, and my understanding it is postpartum. So prayers for Adriana.
These are our prayers.
Okay, so my turn. Joys. My life has been chaotic. Everybody's life has been chaotic, and it's going to continue to be chaotic, but my joy is this Plymouth family. You guys stand up. You are one for us and for many. We are not closing. We are just moving. And remember that church is not a building. There's so much that's going to be done in the next couple of weeks here at Plymouth. I'm also going to be moving. Bill's also going to be moving. I started back on my training on Monday. I found out that they are going to give me advanced placement for the classes that I have already taken if I pass an exam. It's 6 exams. I have no doubt that I will pass those exams and move forward. I will have to repeat all of my clinical rotations, but I'm okay with that because it just gives me more practice to be ready. So, joy, 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 and joy.
This is our joy.
We collect 2 offerings every week. The primary offering, called My Plymouth, which goes toward running the church and providing services that benefit each of us. And the second offering, called the Outreach Offering, which is sent to a different charity each week. If you would like to give generously to the My Plymouth offering, give to this week's Outreach Offering, or to both, you can contribute in various ways. These ways to contribute are outlined on the screen. For those in person, we invite you to place your offering in the glass church at the back of the sanctuary near the doors to the narthex. This week, we are collecting for the Double Down for Plymouth effort. This extra collection allows Plymouth to continue to work towards stabilizing our finances. This is a great opportunity for each of you and us and me to contribute to Plymouth's missions and community. Together, our offerings build Plymouth into a community of fellowship and faith. Thank you for supporting Plymouth and its outreach organizations. Please join me in our offertory prayer. Holy One, you have given us the gift of love so that we might all know the truth of our precious lives. Everything we have been given has the purpose of shaping us to be of one heart and mind. So we offer what we have to you. Bless these gifts as we bring them, that we all might reveal the truth of the handiwork of God in our lives. Amen. Please continue to stand, excuse me, to stand in body or spirit, and let us sing together Banner of Hope, number 75 in the Spring Book, which you can find in a seat near you. The words can also be found on the screen or in the bulletin.
That's me. Going back. All right, Felix and everybody else makes it so easy up here. All right, so let me just do a benediction. I actually chose the poet that I was talking about, Donna Ashworth, and her poem is called Happy. They say happiness is a choice, but I think it's like day and night. We cannot be happy all the time, nor can we be continuously sad. We must let them interchange, like the sun and the moon. That's the cycle, you see. And yet, they can coexist together sometimes too. A little strangely, a little awkwardly, perhaps, reminding us that life isn't black or white, that emotions are of every color, and that nothing is constant. They say that happiness is a choice, but I think it's peace that we choose. Peace in the acceptance that life is everything, to feel everything, and that's okay. A baseline of peace invites happiness to stay a little longer and let sadness come and go, as it must, as it all must. Donna Ashworth.